And here we go, guys. Thanks for tuning in to my latest racing video. Paul Fulton RC, running my Schumacher Cougar LD2, supplied by Model Sport, best model shop in the UK in my opinion. So yeah, let's see where we're racing this week. But this week we're at Southport Banks, one of my local tracks. During the summer I'm going to start moving around, going to a few different tracks. Just got myself a 4-wheel drive car, so I'll be learning that, so make sure you tune in for that. I want to thank Callum, one of the Schumacher drivers, for giving me tips on setup. Made a few setup changes to the car. I was getting a bit of traction rolls, which means you roll in the corner when you turn. So he gave me some tips on how to set it up. So let's go into setup corner and see what we've done. And here we go, guys, just a bit of a setup. I've got my front hub at medium. I've put spaces on the front up to 4mm. I reckon I'm going to reduce that down after practice, but I'm just going to see how it goes. On the rear, I've got 4mm on the rear, running 2 degrees camber all round. What other changes have I made to the car? In the shocks, I've got 550 in the front and 400 in the rear. I've basically gone back to kit setup, AstroTurf kit setup. I made a few changes, but the kit setup is pretty much alright. So 550 in the front, 400 oil in the back. Ride height is about 15 mil, and that's about. Yeah, guys, so here's who we're racing against this week. We're in race 3. We've got Josh on pole, Andy 2nd, Scott 3rd, Tommy 4th, Chloe is in 5th, Paul Smith 6th, and me in 7th. Let's jump straight to the race and see how we do. Just a bit of a spoiler, I do alright this weekend. Them setup changes really made the car feel good. So let's jump into this and see how we do. Yeah, guys, if you're liking this content, please drop us a like and subscribe. It really helps the channel, pushes that content out there. So there goes Josh, there goes Andy, there goes Scott, there goes Tommy, there goes Chloe, there goes Paul, there goes me. There we go. Hopefully we can get into a groove. Nearly caught that piping. Still learning the layout of the track. Round we go. First lap, 13:47. Got a bit wrong on the jump. Bit awkward. You're coming from that corner. You've got to get the car straight before you send it. The second lap is a 14:98. Car crashes out. I nearly go into him. Car's overturned. So you're racing against the clock. You're not racing for position. I catch the piping, pushing a bit too hard. That sweeping corner looks easy, but it's a bit tricky. Third lap, 18:51. A bit deep on that jump, bit too much speed. We ran a bit wide, caught the marshal. Hopefully it didn't hurt him. Right we go. Fourth lap is a 14:47. See if we can get a quick lap in. Fifth lap, fastest lap so far, is a 13:08. The fast guys, the ones at the top, were kind of like doing laps in 10 seconds. So it just goes to show there's drivers at all levels at most clubs. Sixth lap is a 13:53. Sounds like one of the drivers might have a problem with his car, so he might be pulling off. Seventh lap is a 12:70. I traction rolled, turning before the car settled, and it rolled.
Sorry everyone.
So 8th lap, 15:44. I'm currently 4th quickest. 9th lap is the fastest lap of the race for me. It's a 12:64. Oh, caught that piping, turned in too soon. 10th lap is a 15.95, sorry. 11th lap is a 13.17, nearly get caught out by the jump. 12th lap is a 13.47. Getting into a bit of a groove now, getting some quick lap times in. 13th lap is a 12.84. 14th lap is a 12.86, getting them quick lap times in now. 15th lap is a 13.10. Run a bit too deep in that jump and run wide, touch the wall. 16th lap is a 14.44.
Running order at 4.
Bit slow.
1, 6, 4, 7, 3, 5, 2.
So still in 4th. 17th lap was a 12.84. 18th lap is a 15.79. Car overturned. Luckily it don't get caught up with it. 19th lap is a 13.93. See how many laps we can get in this 5-minute time slot. 20th lap is a 13.28. So that's it, fat no buzzer. Managed to get one more lap in. 21st lap is a 14.02.
1, 5, 4, 3, 6.
The 22nd lap is a 13.05. Let's go on to the results. Onto the results. Chloe won it with 22 laps and the fastest lap of 12.66. Tommy was second with 22 laps with the fastest lap of 12.75. Paul Smith was third with 22 laps and the fastest lap of 12.14. Josh was fourth with 22 laps and the fastest lap of 12.17. I was fifth, so I dropped down the position with 22 laps with the fastest lap of 12.64. Scott was sixth with 22 laps and the fastest lap of 12.80. And Andy, who had a retirement, had 7 laps with the fastest lap at 12.66. So Paul Smith was the fastest guy, getting that 12.14, so well done to him. Let's go to my lap times. Yeah, so quite a few slow laps in there. Lap 2, lap 3, got into a bit of a groove for lap 4, up to lap 7, lost it a bit for lap 8, then on lap 9 I pushed it and got the fastest lap of my race, and then lap 10 I screwed up by pushing too hard, so that was a slow lap. But then lap 11 to lap 17 were pretty good, then again on lap 18 made a mistake and then managed them 22 laps. So yeah, as always guys, thanks very much for tuning in and I shall see you in the next one. Oh yeah.